Welcome back, gamers. Today, I'm really excited to announce that we're releasing rotation guides for all three specs for Rogue and Mists of Pandaria. Links for the other two videos will be in the description below, but for this video, let's talk about Combat Rogue. We're going to break this down into multiple sections. The first section is going to be the opener and cooldown rotation, then the normal single target rotation. The sections after that will be 2 to 5 target cleave, and then pure AoE. Starting off with the opener, tricks a tank or DPS, pre-pot at 2 seconds before the pull, then stealth, shadow step, and ambush the boss. Ambush no longer requires daggers, so all three specs will start from stealth, and combat is no exception to the rule. After that, immediately slice and dice, revealing strike, spam Sinister Strike until you enter a shallow insight, and then killing spree while energy starved. Get to 5 combo points, throw up Adrenaline Rush and Shadow Blades together, then Rupture. Yes, these can be macroed together. They share a 3-minute CD, and both benefit from Restless Blades. On top of that, you will want to pop your Racials and Synapse Springs alongside it. If you guys like the weak aura pack on screen, anyone who subs to my Twitch or becomes a member on YouTube gains access to it, as well as my entire UI. We will also do early releases on YouTube for YouTube members for supporting videos like these throughout the entirety of the expansion. If you do subscribe on either platform, just make sure that if you want access to the weak aura pack, that you join my Discord, and whatever platform that you subscribed on is linked to your Discord account. Now on to the normal rotation. Maintenance for combat is just going to be send 5 combo point slice and dice and ruptures and weave in eviscerates between those. Because of the Restless Blades passive, your priority is to cycle your Adrenaline Rush, Shadow Blades, and Killing Spree cooldowns as much as possible through your Rupture and Eviscerate casts. Try to use these cooldowns as they become available, but try to avoid Adrenaline Rush and Blades when Spree will become available in 1 to 2 finisher casts. During Deep Insight, you can also add in Vanish plus Ambushes for extra combo point generation. One thing to note, at the very end of your first Deep Insight, you will have time to Vanish Ambush, but you won't want to pop Preparation till after that Insight has ended because it incurs a GCD, and we want to not energy cap ourselves or waste a GCD during a Deep Insight. Combat's normal rotation is incredibly easy to manage. There isn't a lot of thought that goes into it outside of really the upkeep of both Slice and Dice and Rupture, though something important to mention is that combat currently favors Anticipation over Marked for Death. Because of the Insight system for combat, we can game the system to gain a little bit of extra DPS and send Eviscerates and Ruptures during moderate and deep insights for more DPS so long as we meet this checklist. 1. All my CDs, Killing Spree, Shadow Blades, and Adrenaline Rush currently are on cooldown and benefiting from Restless Blades. I am close to deepening my insight buff before combo point capping at 10 combo points. And 3. Will I lose combo points with a potential Sinister Strike bonus combo point? This sounds like a lot to think about, but I assure you it's very easy to remember and really just requires a quick glance at our insight, CDs, and anticipation stacks. If you meet the criteria for all of these, feel free to pull combo points all the way up till 10 to ensure that you can send finishers in a deeper insight, especially from no insight to shallow. There's some tips and tricks that we can use to push the DPS even further. Firstly, anticipation. I already mentioned pulling combo points, so there isn't much to say there, but something I didn't mention is that anticipation, if you read the fine print, only offensive abilities will give you access to your pulled combo points. So Slice and Dice will not convert anticipation points into combo points. If it ever comes down to Slice and Dice and Rupture lining up at the same time for a refresh, wait for Rupture to get below 2 seconds, refresh that first, and then use converted anticipation points on Slice and Dice. That way you aren't losing as much downtime on either ability. Speaking of Rupture, Rupture works a little differently than it did in Cataclysm. Rupture no longer dynamically updates to your insight, and now snapshots to whatever insight you currently have active at the time. Because of this change, a full duration Rupture will always deal more damage than an Eviscerate, regardless of your insight stage. This means that whenever we have the opportunity, we want to prioritize reapplying Ruptures during deep insights for a minor DPS gain. Combat's normal rotation is incredibly easy. Combat doesn't have a lot of nuance to its CD rotation because of the implementation of Restless Blades. The reality is, any finisher you send could be reducing a CD and offering more opportunities for more CDs down the line in the fight. So, the moment a cooldown comes up, very simply put, pop it. That's it. No heavy nuance, no finger wagging about specific times to use it, just use it. The only rule against this is if you would not get uptime on the CD, or Killing Spree would kill you somehow because it can just do that sometimes. But if all of this is too hard for you to remember, let me tell you about today's video sponsor, NAG Action Guide. Are you tired of juggling cooldowns, uptime, procs, and trying to line up the perfect burst window? Fonz's NAG Action Guide has your back. Whether you're new, returning, or trying to push your class to the limit, NAG Action Guide gives you a live, in-game visual guide to your rotation. It dynamically adapts to your current combat state, cooldowns, buffs, debuffs, procs, so you will always know what to press next. No more deciphering cluttered UIs during high-pressure moments, just clean, reliable direction when it matters most. The NAG Action Guide isn't just a tool for beginners. Its system is designed so theory crafters can keep rotations updated throughout the entire expansion. It pulls directly from WoW sims, parses rotations in seconds, and transforms them into real-time actions that continuously get refined by top players from each community. Now, onto the AoE rotations. For low 2 to 5 target cleave, and I wish there was honestly more to say here, very simply put, it's the exact same rotation, just toggle on Blade Flurry and stop using Rupture, as Rupture doesn't get replicated by Blade Flurry. Yep, the class literally gets easier the more targets you add. Gotta love this spec, man. You kinda just get to spam Sinister Strike and win. This really only changes when we get to 4 target cleave, and at that point, you'll just start using Crimson Tempest. And this comes straight out of the GOAT Sim's mouth himself, Backstabby. He says that we only want to start using Fan of Knives at around 8+ targets, because at this point, we want to main deadly poison on all targets around us. And that means that we will use Fan of Knives or Tab Target. But if you're asking me, I would just fan to not have to think about it. Just make sure to keep Slice and Dice up and not to lose auto swing DPS with Blade Flurry and spam Fan of Knives and keep up Crimson Tempest. Closing thoughts are pretty simple for combat. This spec is really easy to play, but doesn't offer as much DPS as the other 2 specs at the moment in the first phase of mob. It's absolutely going to blast cleave fights, but I don't think it's really good unless you simply just play it because you enjoy it more than the other 2. You can essentially keep Shadowblade's macro for all of phase 1, but will likely have to space your cooldowns out a bit more to avoid energy capping going into tier 15 with the set bonus because Shadowblades will reduce energy cost by 15%. Combat was a ton of fun to learn on beta, and has a lot of fun nuance and a really good ebb and flow with the anticipation system lending a helping hand with insight buffs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't, make fun of me in the comments anyways. I will be adding these rotation guides as text documents into my Discord, so join the Discord and check those out, as well as tons of other information on useful macros, bislists, and potential boss guides in the future. Peace!